We had a spare room here at home, so I decided to transform that into a home studio. We've already done the paint job, but as you can hear, the sound is pretty awful. And that's because this room hasn't been treated yet. We're going to create these sound absorption panels and hang that to the wall. Hey folks, Jordy here for Cinecom.net. We share creative filmmaking tips every Tuesday, Friday, and with our new home studio also Sunday very soon. Before we start, I do have to mention that we shall be creating absorption panels to hang against the wall and ceiling. They work better than expecting, but a professional will know the difference. So if you're planning on building a studio for professional use, I do suggest to get advice from an expert and use things like base straps and reflectors besides the wall panels. Now, that professional stuff like RLX, which we have hanging in our office studio, has a certain absorption rate, which is of course pretty high. Now, they suggest to cover a room between 30 to 40%. If you would cover more, then the room will sound dead, as we still need a little reflection for natural sound. Fun fact, there is a scientific room which reflects so little sound you can hear your own blood flow. There's a link in the description if you'd like to see that video. The stuff that we'll be working with is rock wool. They come in different sizes and are meant for isolating a home. They are fireproof and also have a very good sound absorption rate. I couldn't find out which rate exactly, so it was very hard to compare it to the RLX foam, so I thought to just make the double and cover around 60% of the room. Now, surprisingly, they actually performed a lot better than expected, so I would suggest to cover only 40 to a maximum 50% of your room. Remember that other stuff in your room will also help with the acoustic treating. This could be a couch or even a simple table which breaks those parallel walls. Now, basically, you can hang these rock wool panels straight to the wall, but it's not very flattering. That's why I've purchased this black cloth to wrap it around the panels. I went for the cheapest one I could find, as they don't have any other functionality. In order to make sure that I could tighten that cloth well, I could find these thin wooden plates. They're actually pressed carton, but very robust and lightweight, plus again the cheapest one I could find in the hardware store. For attaching that fabric, we'll be using simple stamps. And to hang it to the wall, I've chosen to go for Velcro. Now, this is not the cheapest solution, but it does save your wall from drill holes, and you can easily replace or remove a panel in the future. Plus, it's also a better solution if you're renting a place. We've got our ingredients list. Let's quickly see how we can put them together now, and then take some sound tests. But that's for after the short break. Looking for a way to introduce a person, like in an interview, the news, or a documentary? Well, head straight over to Video Blocks, where you can find different styles of pre-made lower thirds. These lower thirds are After Effects templates and can easily be customized. Just change the text, place it over the right clip, and let the template do the rest. Visit videoblocks.com. More information in the description below. Welcome back, everyone. The first thing we do is cut out the fabric on the right length and lay it down. On there we'll put a rock wool panel and finally a wooden plate. Next, you gently pull the fabric over the plate and stamp it in place. I found it convenient to first do the two long sides and then the short sides. Finally, I'm sticking the Velcro on it. It has a self-gluing side. Now, to make sure that all the Velcros are on the exact same place, I made this ruler to quickly measure out where it has to come. Stick the Velcro on it, and voila! We have ourselves an acoustic sound absorption panel that only costs $8 instead of $40 for a roughly the same size of an RLX panel. Now let's put them to the wall. To hang them evenly, I first measured the height of the wall and made sure that the spaces between the panels are everywhere the same. Instead of measuring on the panels itself, I looked at the Velcros, as we need to stick the other side of the Velcro first to the wall. This is the most secure way for making sure that your panels will stick on the correct place. You can always take off your panels and reposition them. Once we got the height, I then do the exact same thing with the length of the wall. To make it myself easy, I tightened a thin nylon thread on my measured height, on which I can mark the positions on which the Velcros have to come. Once everything is marked, I can then stick the Velcros. Finally, I repositioned the nylon thread to the size of the panels and not the Velcros. With a schabloon I quickly made, I could define the exact position of where the panel has to come. Align the top to the thread and the side to your schabloon. And that's it. You can now do the entire room like this. If you still notice hard reflections, you can also stick some to the ceiling, but that's definitely optional. I would first try placing your interior and then see how it sounds. So let's have a listen to the room before and after the treatment. We're going to use 3 kinds of microphones. I'm holding the Rode NT-G2 microphone in an untreated room, so there's a lot of echo. Now this microphone isn't so great for indoor use because it also takes a lot of the ambient noise. The room has been treated and I'm testing this now with the Rode NT-G2, and as you can hear, the echo is gone. This is a test with the Audio-Technica 4053B. This one is more suited for indoor use because it takes up less of the ambient noise. But still, there is a lot of echo, and that's because we're in an empty room, an untreated room. Now I'm testing with the Audio-Technica 4053B. This is a more directional microphone, so this should give us really good results in this treated room. Now I'm testing with a lavalier microphone. This right here is the Sennheiser G3 set. Still a lot of echo because we are standing in an empty room. And in this final test, we're doing it with the Sennheiser G3 set, a wireless lavalier microphone. And as you can hear, the sound is a lot better again, because this room has been acoustically treated. Very soon we'll start with doing Q&As in this new studio, or perhaps we're already doing that if you're watching this in the future. Anyways, another reason to subscribe. Thank you so much for watching, and stay creative.